What if the biggest thing holding you back in life isn't failure? What if it isn't lack of money? What if it isn't lack of talent? What if the real problem is something much more dangerous? Comfort. You wake up every morning, you go to work, you come home, you scroll through your phone, you watch videos, you sleep. And tomorrow, you do it all again. Nothing is terribly wrong, but nothing is really changing either. And slowly, without realizing it, your comfort zone begins to become a prison. Your comfort zone is not necessarily a bad place. It's familiar, it's predictable. It's where you know what to expect. You know your routine. You know your responsibilities. You know your surroundings. And because everything feels familiar, your brain tells you, stay here, you're safe. But here's the problem. Growth doesn't usually happen where everything feels safe. Growth happens when you learn something difficult, when you start something you've never done before, when you speak even though you're afraid, when you fail and try again. The moment you step outside what is familiar, you enter uncertainty, and uncertainty makes us uncomfortable. So we go back, not because we can't do more, but because we're afraid of discovering what happens if we try. Comfort has a hidden cost, and you usually don't pay it today. You pay it years later. You avoid starting the business. You don't learn the new skill. You don't apply for the opportunity. You don't start exercising. You don't create that YouTube channel. You don't write that book. You don't tell someone what you truly feel. You keep saying, someday. Someday I'll start. Someday I'll change. Someday I'll take the risk. But someday is not a date on the calendar. And while you're waiting for the perfect moment, time is moving. One day becomes 1 year. 1 year becomes 5. And suddenly you look back and realize the biggest opportunities you missed weren't taken away from you. You simply never stepped forward. One of the biggest tricks your comfort zone plays on you is making fear sound like logic. I don't have enough time. I'm too old. I don't have enough money. People will laugh. What if I fail? These thoughts sound reasonable, but sometimes they're simply fear wearing a suit. Think about it. How many things have you avoided because you were afraid of failing? And how many of those things could have changed your life? You don't need to eliminate fear. You need to stop allowing fear to make every decision for you. Courage doesn't mean you aren't afraid. Courage means you move forward even when you are afraid. Imagine two versions of yourself. The first version chooses comfort every day. Same routine, same excuses, same habits, same conversations, same goals that never become reality. Now imagine another version. This person wakes up and decides, I will do one difficult thing today. They read 10 pages. They exercise for 30 minutes. They learn a new skill. They make the phone call they've been avoiding. They publish the video. They invest in themselves. They ask the difficult question. They fail. They learn. They try again. Nothing dramatic happens on day one, but after 1 year, that person is completely different. That's the power of small discomfort repeated consistently. Your future isn't created by one massive decision. It's created by thousands of small decisions. You don't have to completely change your life tomorrow. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to take a huge financial risk. You don't need to become a completely different person overnight. Start small. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Read a few pages. Walk instead of sitting. Learn one useful skill. Have one difficult conversation. Spend less time scrolling. Create something instead of consuming everything. Do one thing every day that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Because every time you do something difficult, you teach your brain, I can handle this. And slowly, your comfort zone expands. What once felt impossible becomes normal. Many people are waiting for confidence before they begin. But here's the truth. Confidence usually comes after action. You don't become confident and then take the first step. You take the first step, and confidence follows. The first video may be terrible. The first presentation may be uncomfortable. The first business idea may fail. The first workout may hurt. The first attempt may embarrass you. That's okay. You are not supposed to be great at something you've never done before. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Because every expert was once uncomfortable. Every successful person once looked foolish. Every confident person once doubted themselves. The difference is, they kept going. One day, you will look back at the person you are today, and you will either say, "I'm glad I started," or "I wish I had started sooner." Think about the future version of you. What does that person want you to do today? Maybe it's to take better care of your body. Maybe it's to learn something new. Maybe it's to leave a toxic habit. Maybe it's to start that project. Maybe it's simply to believe in yourself again. Your future is being built right now. Not tomorrow, not next month, not when everything becomes perfect. Right now. So, ask yourself one question tonight. What am I avoiding because it makes me uncomfortable? And then ask yourself another. What could my life look like if I finally faced it? Don't let another year pass while you're waiting to feel ready. You may not be ready. You may be scared. You may fail. But you can still begin. Because the goal isn't to live a life without discomfort. The goal is to become strong enough to grow through it. Your comfort zone is comfortable, but your potential is waiting outside it. So take the step. Start today. If this message inspired you, subscribe to Naveen Inspire Daily. And remember, the life you want is usually waiting on the other side of the things you're afraid to do.